we got there in the end. That was awkward. Good morning. Yeah, as promised, this is the first part. This is a workshop overview to show progress. And the key thing here, maybe ignore this, because it's still grassy and covered over. But look, if anyone watched the very long 1 hour full tour of this place, these doors were not there. That's a massive move. So Dad's popped these in and it gives access to this part. So previously, when we moved in, this was just a rolling door, a horizontal rolling door. The track down there that's now been filled in would just fill with, well, detritus. It'd be impossible to pull open, therefore nobody would ever go in. You got in here and it's very much all storage. So you could barely get in. It's full of stuff, full of accumulation of parts and what have you, and it just meant that nobody could really use the space. So now, I think the phase of life where it goes from collection, preservation, keeping things safe, keeping things dry, finding places to store things, moving things around the country, trying to keep things. We've lived all over the place, you see. So there's been cars being brought in from Manchester and Norfolk and Leicester and Hemel Hempstead. And we find this place in the 90s and it just becomes very much a storage, a holding place. Now Dad's got the time. I've got do I have the time? Who knows? But there is time to come and actually organise it. So what we've got is, look at this. The fact that he's got a Triumph Stag that drives down the road and he just poodles about in it, it's lovely, isn't it? Years people have gone, oh, when are you getting a Stag on the road, Peter? Anyway, that was harsh. And then there's this. I think you probably saw in the previous video, so I skip through here. Look, nice LED lighting. You can see things. Things are organised. You can start laying things out. So dashboards, wiring looms. Look at this. Wiring looms. These cabinets actually came from, we couldn't remember the other day, but they were a sale. So Dad used to work for this auction company. It was either Simtech Formula One, but I think the logo had changed since then. I think it was Caterham F1, because he sold both of those. Anyway, so there's a layout of various things. It's still dusty, what have you, but look, there's space to get around the cars. He's put this little bit of information on each car, if you can get under there. So this one, Triumph 2000, Mark 1, absolutely beautiful. This is the... In fact, I'm just going to pause it, change my settings so you can get a bit wide. That's better. So just quickly, I've agreed that I'm not going to take this stuff too seriously. These are updates. So this is just on my phone on a jerry rig holder that I've made. So yeah, you get a much better idea now. A slightly wider angle. Prototype Stag in Valencia blue. There's a Wedgwood blue press car under there. These are both in lovely condition. That's the Java green Stag that he drives around. So that's Harry Webster, who fans of Triumph should be aware of. He was the main design engineer chap. Ah, dear. So I'm here helping Dad for the past couple of weekends. He's had one of his milestone birthdays. Don't tell anyone. I told him that. He'll probably watch this. You look great for 55 years old, Dad. Great. Who'd have thought 55 was a milestone, eh? You look younger than me. Nice grey beard. So I'm just putting in bits of sort of tech. I've connected the internet up for him. I've got a computer through there. We're running the internet. We've got a screen over here so we can play his videos. We've got some speakers, decent old amplifier that you can actually listen to music on. Last night we projected, we used my projector onto that rather we say, crumpled sheet, and we watched Becoming Led Zeppelin because we're massive Zeppelin fans. I'm my dad's favourite band. So, we projected it up there. I used a slightly naughty link on a VPN to get it from Netflix because they're not putting it on the UK, and you can watch it in the US. So if you're in the US, well done you, again, great. I love you. So I probably should explain first, though, just briefly, there is going to be a health update, which is a separate thing. So if you don't want to get into it, you don't have to, but very briefly, I had some seizures not long ago, and until I have an MRI, which is actually this evening, emergency, 5 weeks to get the MRI, they've put me on some big steroids to bring the swelling down in me old bonce. So now I'm fully functioning as far as brain is concerned, but the steroids, I'm on so many, and I'm waking up in the middle, like 2 o'clock. I get 3 or 4 hours sleep every night. I'm wired, which is why I look so tired, wired and tired. They make me eat loads. They make me eat loads. And I'm like, go away, I must just have a banana. And then, ooh, I eat a burger. Get into bed and eat some Balti mix. It happened. Oreos, all sorts at midnight. And that's why my face is looking a bit big. Got a little tumbly boo going on. It will come off once I get rid of the steroids, but at the moment I'm just letting it happen. I really don't care. I was in such a bad way. I couldn't talk, which was probably nice. You'd have appreciated that now. Imagine this video, can't talk. Everyone would be like, oh, that's nice. Better. Anyway, so we've got spares through here. So doors will be mounted. They're actually the doors from the Triumph factory. Dad will tell you. He knows. Yeah. Oh no, I don't need to, because look. During the 70s, blah 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 blah. The entrance is just to the left of centre, and you are actually looking at the doors. I like what he's done there, because you start reading, and you're like, oh my word, look, they're the doors. So those doors, the entrance to the service department, are here. Did you get it? You actually look at it there. Anyway, and in there, some spare parts. There's some castings for the Triumph Stag fund parts that they start to have remanufactured. You have to bear with me as well, because my words, I can't get them out. All sorts of bits, basically. And now we're going into another messy bit that will be organised, which is great. All sorts of stuff. There's the computer. Look at that screen. Look at the aspect ratio of that beast. It's a 19-inch. We're running HDMI over to there, but a DVI, and I tried a VGA. Oh, and this is a media centre from about 2005 that I've held on to and given it to Dad, and it works really well. Running Windows 10, absolutely fine. That's all we need. More stuff, more tyres and wheels here, door selections, hubcaps, going down, hubcaps. See, the other thing is my grandfather passed away a couple of years ago, and a lot of his stuff has come, well, all of his stuff has come here. So there's some of the woodworking stuff, lots of boxes of electrical stuff. The guy was absolutely brilliant in making and fixing things and coming up with some clever solutions on the spot. So bear in mind, there's a lot going on here. Yeah. Anyway, dark a bit. So there's also some progress from me. So this was, if anyone remembers, did I even cover it? I switched the lights on. Man cave. It's not really a man cave. This was full of scooter bits. But you see now, nada. Apart from some mod bits of scooter. But very little. Very, very little. The scooters have gone. So there was what I think it was my beautiful bright red Vespa 90 from 1967. That sat here. I've been working on that on and off. And then there was a spare NSU, like 1957 NSU Prima D. Frame, body, most of it was there. So I decided that because I needed to concentrate on, which you'll see if you watch another video, on guitars. There was too much going on in my life for my brain to cope with. So I've decided, get rid of scooters. It taken me nearly 30 years to get it even to a point where it was at that level of completion, because it was off the road when I got it in Brighton. It was just a frame. I did all the work to it. Never rode it because it was never complete, because I went to university, had a life, had children. So I suppose many people out there were like, oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. And look at me. I'm not going to look right on this little red scooter. The biggest thing is, though, I'm not allowed my driving licence, and I don't have any balance because of this. So imagine me riding along, look over my shoulder and I fall over. It's not good. So focus on doing things I really enjoy, guitars, and I've reached out to find the right people to take on the Vespers. So it's not just gone to the highest bidder, it's gone to someone who was happy to take it on. He's given it to his son Ollie. So Simon, if you ever watch this, you are a wonderful human. You took that on. It's going to youth, and it's going to be used. So that's exactly what I needed. And then the NSU has gone to someone else locally who I happen to know. I didn't realise he reached out. I was like, oh, we did some work together. I was like, oh, brilliant. So that's that. That then frees up this space to do something in, probably collect more courage, beer crates, some whitbread, who knows. And it enables me to stop with the whole, how much stuff have I got? How much stuff am I leaving behind? How much stuff is Lisa going to have to handle? Which is lovely. Also, I'm going to get rid of my Audi, which I've already done a video on. So that's quite handy. It actually represents a pretty poor period of my time, which was my divorce. So why am I keeping on to it? There are people out there that can use it, will use it, put it on the road. It drove in off the road. It starts their first time every time. Move it on. Stop worrying and holding on to stuff. Free up the space. That's a big car. Dad can have that space back to put one of his many million things, which is only fair. Maybe a car for Mum. So that's those steps. I've decided to keep the stag, though. I was going to pass that on to Bicester Heritage. We had some conversations about that with a guy called John at Bicester Heritage. They're all about learning heritage skills for restoration. So English wheeling, lead loading, all of that bodywork side of things, and also the mechanics of proper, basic, beautifully built engines. And they go up to sort of basic diagnostics, but they stop there, I believe. Doing wonderful things, and also, they're based in Brooklands and at Bicester Heritage. And good luck to them, because we need those skills. But what we're hoping to do is also learn more of those skills here. So we'll be helping ourselves. Well, better turn this light off. It's going to be breakfast time. I should probably warn you, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. I've been awake since 2. I just couldn't stay in bed. I mean, I did for 4 hours, but I've designed some guitars since then. Sent it off. So, back through here. Rabbit Warren! What's down there? Little opportunity for extra stuff down there. How many doors do you need? Need any doors? Anyone need any doors? Does anyone need any paper? No, me neither. Haven't even got a printer. Right, switch that off. But look, this is lovely. Things like this, little projects that Dad gets to do. Repairing a bottle jack. That's a satisfying task. It is, isn't it? Clean that up, get it working, get the seals and everything working. Yum, yum. Got to keep hydrated in the mornings, and I have to keep hydrated all day. Okay. I suppose that's it. That's short and sweet. Please abuse me if you think that someone walking around with no sleep shouldn't be doing this time of day. Honestly, I think I probably woke people up in the house bringing those shutters up and down. I did it twice to get the right shots. Was it worth it? Not really that dramatic, was it? For an update video. But I just wanted people to see that you walk into here and you're like, well, there's a car that can be moved around. There's a car that drives. I think that's the biggest thing. Anyone that has come here in the past, and if you're nice and lovely, anyone's free to come and have a look. You know, it's not Fort Knox. Anyone who's into triumphs or interesting things, they're in Norfolk, just happen to be like, you know what, can we come and have a look? That's really nice. I'm sure everyone's welcome. Cup of tea. Not millions of people. There's only so many mugs in our cupboard. Just before I go, though, so we've got a 2-post ramp here. Well, we've got a 1-post ramp there, 1-post ramp there, and if they mate, they make sweet, sweet love, they make a 2-post ramp. And then over here, we're going to have a 4-post ramp, which is really kinky. That's 4 lots of single-post ramps, and they are... Okay. So we'll have capabilities a 2 and a 4 for the heavier cars, like the big unit down the end, the Mercedes 300 SEL. That can sit on a 4, whereas a smaller, lighter car, like my Mini, can go on a 2. Both have access to the doors, loads of space, done, bosh, get things fixed. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to have to close these shutters again now. Make more noise. Maybe I'll leave them open for a little while. Thanks for watching this far. Welcome back. Hopefully people don't drop off. We want to get serious now. Look out for the guitar stuff, though, if you are into guitars, because that is an exciting bit, okay? Really exciting, and I'm very happy with that. Okay, bye-bye. Bye. One thing that has been expressed by my 2 boys, I've got 4 children, 2 boys, 2 girls, is that they both want to get involved here, which, I mean, Sonny's 7, Oscar's 20. So that age range, to have that enthusiasm, going, yeah, I want to do stuff, I want to fix things, I want to explore, I want to learn what the badges of the cars are, this is this, da-da-da-da-da. So different levels of understanding of mechanics and what have you, but that means a lot to me. Thank you, boys. Means a lot to sweet, sweet daddy. I'll probably never say that again. But you're making me proud. Yeah, making me proud. Also, if anyone's watching from my family, look at this carpet. I don't know what it's doing here, but it's actually quite comfortable. Look, come on. Oh, it's a memory piece for me. Right now, look, goes with my hat as well. Oh, this is the carpet that came out of my grandparents' house. It was in their front room, like the parlour. Yeah, you'd have the front room and you wouldn't use it, which is amazing because 5 children, 2 adults in a house, and you had a room that you could afford not to use, just for, only for best. Christmas, Easter, very best, and parties, buffets we used to have in there, buffets, oh, trifle, oh. But, yeah, this carpet has been put down here, so if you are a member of the family that went to Nanny and Grandad Baker's house, it's there. And we've also got the furniture, because when my Nanny Baker passed away, because there's such a big house, and not in a smug way, it's this room, and my sister and her husband moved into it, so the furniture came here, so we could actually put the furniture from that room in here and recreate it. A little parlour, just sit in the garage. Just a best though. You've got to take your muddy shoes off, wash your greasy hands, get the Swarfinger out. You're not coming in. I just thought, to be honest. I've quite fancied a lay down. And we were talking about family. I'm so tired. Well, I could lay here, just listen to the birds as well. It's nice. You can only come into this space if you have sprayed your face with squeaky clean. Part of the time. And you put rapid hand cleanser on there. I might leave them there for Easter. That's the next time we're allowed to use this place. Don't tell anyone I've been on the carpet. Please. Bye-bye.